All right, welcome to another episode. Today we'll be doing a sort of a report card and give out grades to the New York Knicks. I guess call it the first quarter update of the season. They've played 19 games, so yeah, that's about a quarter of the way through. The NBA season's about 82 games. Is 82 games. Uh, I mean, they're 10-9 tonight. They beat Minnesota for the second straight time. They just finished playing a home and home series. They beat them at Minnesota. They beat them tonight. They held on at the Garden, 118, 114. Uh, they had a 10-point lead after halftime and going into the fourth quarter, and they held on. Uh, what to make of this team? I don't know. They signed a lot of new free agents, as you know, Derrick Rose, Noah, Courtney Lee, Brandon Jennings. They signed Kristaps Porzingis' former teammate from Spain, Willie Hernan Gomez. They have a lot of new players. They have 10 new players on the team and new coach Jeff Hornacek. We knew the beginning of the season was going to be vital. I said it's going to be vital because it's important that they get off to a strong start. If not a strong start, at least where they are now, 500, with promises and glimpses of hope. Because when January comes, which it's already here, it's going to be a month, and the trading deadline in February. If the Knicks didn't get off to a strong start going into January, and they're not out of the woods yet by no means, just because they're 10-9, they could go on a 5-game losing streak, and everything will change. With these players being Derrick Rose being on a 1-year contract, Carmelo Anthony being another year older and another year frustrated if things aren't going good. Uh, Phil Jackson, they have to make big decisions come the end of January and the trade deadline. Are the Knicks going to be buyers or sellers? If the Knicks tank and losing, have no shot at the playoffs, or they're just it's not working, this team isn't working, then Jackson has to make big decisions. To trade Derrick Rose? Is he going to sign him? Do you swallow your pride another year and then try to make some more sign another free agent player or make a big trade? What happens with Carmelo? I mean, you're going to keep him. He's going to get. He's another year old. Like I said, another year old and frustrated. Do you trade him? Shake things up. See what you can get for him. But so far, uh, everybody's been playing okay. I guess Derrick Rose, who a lot of Knicks fans uh, made fun of and ridiculed the move when they got him over the summer, that he was going to get hurt in his first game. He was going to get hurt stepping off the plane in New York. He looks pretty good. I mean, he's still 27, going on 28. Yes, he's not the Derrick MVP Derrick Rose from 5 years ago. No. Will he ever be that way? Probably not. Most likely not. Is he a star? Yes, he's a star. He's been showing flashes of that old explosiveness. That's what you look for. That explosiveness, the speed. Uh, he's averaging. I'll give you the stats right here. He's averaging 16.4 points a game. He has about 4.5 assists, 4.1 rebounds. That's the area he needs to tack on some more numbers to, is the assists. Listen, again, it's a new team. Everybody's still trying to find themselves out there, but the problem is not offense. The Knicks can score. They have no problem scoring. I mean, are they the Golden State Warriors? No, nobody is. But they have weapons out there. Carmelo Anthony, is he? He's not going to. They don't need him to score 30 points a night anymore. And thank God, he could go out there and score 21, 22 points. Do like he did the other night in Minnesota, where he wasn't shooting well, but he hit the game-winning jumper. He's pretty good at that, Carmelo Anthony. He's good at making clutch shots and game-winning shots at the end of the game, closing out games. Kristaps Porzingis, he is showing more improvement in the second year. he looks like he's a future All Star, and it looks like he's going to be the future of the Knicks. He's going to be the face of the Knicks. He's a 7'3" center, forward, power forward. The guy, he can move. He's very agile. He has a very good shooting touch. He can hit the three. He's only going to get better. He blocks shots. He'll get better. He's not the problem. Uh, the one Jennings, he's played well off the bench. Brandon Jennings, he's distributed the ball well. In fact, the other night in Minnesota, there was a little rift when with 3 minutes and 58 seconds, Rose got benched and pulled for Jennings, and Jennings closed the game out. Listen, this is I'm going to talk about why that happened. It's for defense, and the other big signing the Knicks made, Joakim Noah. So far, he's been I wouldn't say a bust, but I'll give him an incomplete right now, and I'm being nice. He hasn't scored, but we don't want him for scoring. Rebounding, we need his rebounding and defense, and he hasn't really made a big difference. Is he still hurt? Who knows? He hasn't played the last couple of games. He has missed games. The Knicks need him, and this is the whole crux of this video is if the Knicks are going to improve and make the playoffs, they need to play defense. Their defense is terrible. It's like I've been watching the same game for the last 5 years. The opposition drives. The Knicks players aren't disciplined. Three guys go over to the driving guy, and the driving player just dishes the open man for an easy bucket. It's like I'm watching a schoolyard game. I mean, when are they going to make adjustments? When are they going to learn? Just stick with your man. Don't leave your man. And it's even worse. The perimeter defense is even worse. Every time somebody shoots a three, it's like an automatic shot out there. It's unbelievable. Like I said, they have no trouble scoring, but it's their offense. Their offense is terrible. They're one of the worst teams in the East. They're giving up 106 points, making 107 points a game. That's awful. That's god awful. They only the powerful Nets and the mighty 76ers are giving up more points in the East. In the West, okay, that's more. Those teams run and gun more. The Golden State Warriors give up 106, but they score 119. They're not worried too much about defense, but they better also. But the Knicks are scoring 104 and giving up 107. You want to see who teams who the Cavaliers? They're not. They have 104 points given up. I mean, I understand the NBA's change. It's not like the old days of the '80s and '90s with the bad boy Pistons and the Knicks. But you still have to play. You still have to play defense. Maybe you could get away if you're a real talented team like the Cavaliers and the Warriors. Maybe for the first 3 quarters you could get away with not playing defense because you're so good and you could score at any time. But those, trust me, the teams like the Cavaliers and the Warriors, they tighten up on defense in the fourth quarter. They make stops when they need to. That's why they win games. That's why they go to the finals every year. Can the Knicks make a stop when it counts? It's almost back page news when they do. So I'm gonna start off giving grades here. Carmelo, this is still his team. As long as he's here, it'll be his team. He's not. I don't think he should be the main the number one option on offense anymore. I think it should be Porzingis. Porzingis, he is a nightmare for other teams as far as matchups. He causes nightmares for the opposing coaches and teams. We don't, like I said in the beginning, we don't need Knicks don't need Carmelo Anthony to score 30 points every night to carry the load. He should be fine scoring 20, 21, 22. He needs to worry about rebounds and passing the ball and defense. I'll give so far Carmelo. I'll give him a B. give him a B plus. Porzingis, I'll give him an A minus. Uh, Not only because of his performance, because he's just continued showing growth. Derrick Rose, I'll give him a B. It's still early. He shows flashes of brilliance. He needs to be the general out there. I know it's not his. He's playing a little timid. He's got a lot on his. He just finished with that civil case where he was accused of rape. He won that. His injuries. He's got a lot on his plate. It's a new team, a new city. Now it came out he wants to finish his career. The Knicks maybe I think Phil Jackson is thinking about signing him to a long-term deal, locking him up. Is he going to get maybe the max contract? I don't know. Who knows? It's too early to tell. I'll give him a B. Noah, I said I give him an incomplete. If he stays this way, I'm going to give him. He's going to get a D in the next my next video when we go at the break. Uh, Jennings, he's another player. Gets a B. Very good off the bench. He has some good games, and some games he's not there. I like guys like Kyle O'Quinn, who's good off the bench for the Knicks. Uh, Justin Holiday's played very well off the bench. He's making some big buckets, threes. He plays defense. Courtney Lee, I'll give him another B. I'll give him a B plus. He's doing exactly what he's been doing for his whole career. He's scoring 10 points. He's a 3 point shooter. He's trying to play D. Uh, like I mentioned earlier, Willie Hernangomez, I like him. He's only 22 center. He looks like he could play. He looks like one day he could be a 10 point, 10 rebound guy, a double double, which is not bad if he could learn to play defense. Uh, Everybody else, you know, they haven't really been significant. Hornacek, I'll give him so far a B plus, only because he has the Knicks going somewhat in the right direction. The Knicks started off 3-6, they're 10-9 now, so it looks like they're going in the right. At least the arrow is moving, is up, is pointed towards up. But they, once the new team stuff, we're still getting to find out. We're still finding out who we are. We're still trying to find ourselves. Wears off, and it should be wearing off this week or in the next couple of weeks. They need to start playing D. And Phil Jackson, he's so I know he's been getting trashed in the papers, but not called for. It's not called for, but his posse comments, which is ridiculous, stupid, and LeBron got mad. And I made a video about that. LeBron James, the real story, but Phil Jackson. All we've heard from Phil Jackson is a triangle. Hey Phil, maybe you should go down there and stop trying to teach the triangle and start teaching these guys defense. Okay, Phil's pretty good with defense. He always had good defensive guys with him on the Bulls and Lakers. And I know Phil knows a lot about defense. Start teaching these guys about defense. Forget the triangle. But so they are 10-9, like I mentioned tonight. They got a tough. This is one of their toughest stretches coming up. They have a home game against Sacramento. They go to Miami. They come home against Cleveland. They should win two out of those three games. I know, as I just mentioned, LeBron James is going to be licking his lips this coming week, and I'm sure there'll be an interesting reaction at the Garden. But then, hey, they go to the West. They have that dreaded five-game West Coast swing where they play the Kings, Lakers, Phoenix, Golden State, and Denver. They need to go 3-2 on that trip. If they come back 1-4 or 0-5, that's bad news. That is a trip to look at. And that's another thing. They're playing okay at home. They're 8-3, but they need to win on the road. They've been awful on the road so far. They get blown out, and they can't win close games against bad teams. Right now, the Knicks are what you call an upstart. The next level is contender. If they want to be contenders, you have to win on the road. Not saying you have to be like the Warriors or the Cavaliers, but you have to at least start playing close to 500 on the road if you're going to be a contender. You got at least you got to have to beat the bad teams on the road. Nobody's asking you to go into Golden State and win the game, but you're playing the Lakers. on the road. The Knicks should beat the Lakers on the road. The Knicks should beat Phoenix on the road. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, if you're not a subscriber, thank you for watching. Subscribe, and I'll be talking to you very soon. Thank you.